My name is Samantha Smith, and today I'll be giving an informative speech on the way pollution affects the environment, how it affects the economy, and how it affects people's health. We will be talking about the main forms of pollution that occur severely all over the world. We will be talking about air pollution, water pollution, and land pollution. If you look to the screen, you will see graphs that will indicate the form of pollution that I will be discussing at that time. I've conducted thorough research on the topics. I have observed and looked at many graphs, and I have recorded and documented all of my research, and you will be hearing my research in this speech. We will talk about pollution, and we will discuss each one thoroughly, and we will discuss how it occurs, how it affects, and how it harms. Everyone in this room has probably heard of pollution, but did you know that 2/3 more people die because of effects of pollution than from HIV, malaria, and tuberculosis, which is 3 severe global diseases that occur all over the world. But air pollution is more prevalent than those diseases. Research has shown that infants born in severely polluted countries are at a risk for more birth defects. Research has also documented that children can lose 30 to 40 IQ points because of pollution. And research has also shown that life expectancy can be as short as 45 years because of the effects of pollution has on one's health. We will begin by discussing the most prevalent form of pollution all over the world, air pollution. Air pollution can be linked directly to urbanization. Urbanization causes an increase in industries and an increase in population. The increase in industries leads to an increase in industrial waste, which harms the environment. The increase in population can be related to the more burning of fossil fuels. You burn fossil fuels by cooking and driving a car. When you burn things, you're releasing sulfur dioxide into the air. Sulfur dioxide has been linked to global warming and to acid rain. Secondly, we will be discussing water pollution. A study conducted by the EPA shows that water pollution is so prevalent that 80% of the rivers and streams all over the world are polluted. The polluted water means that we cannot drink out of the water, swim, or fish. And 1/3 of the lakes all over the world has some form of pollution. Water pollution occurs by the runoff of waste water and the runoff from landfills. Wastewater is dumped into our clean water and pollutes it, and resulting in runoff from the landfills, you're releasing all the contamination that was in that landfill into the water, and therefore you're affecting the ecosystem and any individual that drinks from that water source. Thirdly, we will be talking about land pollution. Land pollution is not very often talked about, but it is all over the world. In any city, town, country, you have a landfill. Where does your waste go? It goes in a landfill. Landfills are also releasing chemicals into the air. You're getting the runoff into the water, and there's no accurate way to measure how much land is polluted. So therefore, we just don't know how much land pollution there is. But one can imagine from as much waste that we collect in 1 week, in one household of 4 people, how much waste the whole world collects in 1 year or 1 month. Where does it go? It goes into our water. It goes into our soil. And unlike water pollution, land pollution does not disperse. It stays there. If it stays there and later that land is used for residential use or agricultural use, you are essentially living on polluted land. So therefore, you're putting yourself at risk for effects of that pollution. Air pollution gives off effects that can lead to bronchitis, asthma, lung cancer. Lung cancer is one of the most deadliest forms of cancer there is, and is one of the highest causes of death in the United States. In water pollution, our babies are drinking out of that water, resulting in harmful effects that they will receive from the pollution from the water. And then the land pollution, like I said, we live on the land. Our food may grow on the land. We're ingesting the pollution directly. After talking about all the forms of pollution, how they affect our health and our environment, they affect our food, our ecosystems, our offspring. Pollution affects everything that many people never think about. Did you know that pollution also affects our economy? Who wants to live in a country with so much pollution, with so much air pollution you can hardly breathe, with so much water pollution you do not know if you can drink out of the water safely? I do not want my children to drink out of unclean water. I do not want to live on unclean land. I do not want to worry about what food I eat because I do not know if a landfill was there beforehand. After discussing everything about pollution, how it forms, how it's made, how it harms, one can imagine just how severe pollution is. And although we are informing people to recycle, to conserve, we are putting laws into place to protect against pollution. There's so much pollution. How do you do everything? Individuals need to know the harmful effects of pollution, how it can hurt you, how it can affect you, and essentially, how it can kill you. I want to thank everyone for listening to my speech, and I hope you all have a nice day.